Welcome back to Make It Mondays and happy Pride Month. And this year, just like last year, I'm doing some different Pride projects. And one of them is going to be a rainbow blanket. So this year I'm using Big Twist Living. As of recording this video, this line has unfortunately been discontinued due to Joann's no longer being around, but we will see what happens by the time the video is actually put up. So we see if there's an update at the end of the video. So this is going to be made a lot like the log cabin blankets, just big scale. So it is one continuous spiral out. So if you know what a 10 stitch blanket is, or again, my log cabins, that's the basis. But both of those have an interesting quirk. And this year I'm going to see if I can fix the quirk. So let me get started off camera, and I'll come back when we get to a slightly more interesting part of the process. Be back in a bit. So I have worked quite a bit of this off camera, partially because I've been in shows, and this is one of the ones I can do in the dark. So there are two types of blocks. There's the knit straight, and there is a mitered block. So we're going to do a pickup for the next mitered block. So I've inserted into the last stitch of the bind off, and then going through the slip stitches, I'm going to be picking up one stitch per slipped stitch or salvage stitch all the way across. I'm going to be counting as I go, so I'm going to be placing stitch markers, then picking up an extra stitch there, and then picking up all along that edge. So I'll be back in a little bit to show how the actual miter works. So here's one of the decreased rows on this blanket. So I am still using the stitch markers to mark where I am and make sure everything's even. So working across to that center stitch. So I'm one stitch before, so I'm going to slip, and then I have to flip the other two stitches the other way, knitting through both, and then passing over. So this one does not have the centermost stitch on top. In this case, I find that okay. For some other projects, not so much. And then finish the row and then work back. So I've just got this one last little square to do, and I will show you how the whole blanket worked up in just a minute. Be right back. And here is the finished blanket. So 40 by 50, and it very nicely shows up or shows off how the stripe pattern works in the yarn. So this one is going to get donated off to Project Linus shortly. If you liked the video and got this far, please consider hitting like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. If you want the pattern for this, please check out Patreon, and the pattern will be available there for members or as a one-off bot post. Not when this video comes out, but hopefully soon after. I've still got a slight backlog on patterns going up on Patreon. And if you become a Patreon member, you'll get the videos a couple days early, up to a week early, depending on how far behind I am in things again. And I will see you next time on Make It Mondays. Bye.